Hello everyone, I'm Swati, your maths teacher, and this is video lesson number 1 on the chapter Data Handling Bar Graph. First, we see that what we are going to discuss in this chapter. First, we learn about introduction of bar graph, then construction of bar graph, that is how we construct a bar graph, reading of bar graph, and double bar graph. In this video, we are going to learn about the introduction part and construction of bar graph. Okay, let's start. First, we see that what is bar graph. Student, bar graph is a pictorial representation of numerical data in the form of rectangular bars of uniform width. Bar graph is a pictorial representation of numerical data in the form of rectangular bars. It means we have to represent the data, numerical data, in the form of rectangular bars of uniform width. It means the width of all the rectangular bars should be equal. Now, some important points that you have to keep in your mind, that the width of the bar should be equal. The width of the bar should be equal. It means this width should be equal. Next, the space between two consecutive bars should also equal. It means this space should also be equal. If we left here one box, it means the space between the next consecutive bar should also be 1 unit. If we give the space between the first two consecutive bar is 1 unit, then the next space between the next consecutive bar should also be 1 unit. It also contains one heading that represents the information about the data. One heading where we have to put the topic, that this bar graph represent which topic. This bar graph represent which information, and next it also contain a suitable scale. In bar graph, when you construct a bar graph, you should have to mention the scale, which scale you choosing for your bar graph. Here we choose that each unit is equal to 5 centimeter or 5 unit. Okay. So, what we learn? We learn what is bar graph. That is, bar graph is a pictorial representation of numerical data in the form of rectangular bar. The width of each rectangular bar should be equal, and the space between the consecutive bars should also be equal. After that, what we have to give? We have to give a topic to the bar graph, and we have to mention the scale. Okay. Now we are going to learn how we construct a bar graph. First, we discuss what are the steps that we have to follow for construction of bar graph. After that, we solve some questions. Step 1 on a graph paper, draw a horizontal line OX and vertical line OY. Yes, what is graph paper? Have you ever seen the graph paper? Yes, this is the graph paper. Okay. In the first step, what you have to do, first you have to draw a horizontal line OX and a vertical line OY. Okay. In the first step, what you have to do, you have to draw a horizontal line and a vertical line, and where these two lines intersect, name that line O, and this becomes OX and this becomes OY. The horizontal line, this line is called x-axis and this line is called y-axis. Okay. The horizontal line is called x-axis and the vertical line is called y-axis. Now the second point is mark points at equal interval along the x-axis. Below these points, write the name of the data. What we have to do? We have to mark the point on the x-axis. If suppose we have to represent this data in the form of bar graph, what we do? First we draw a line OX, that is x-axis, and then OY, y-axis. In the second step, what we have to do? Mark points at equal interval along the x-axis. Now on x-axis, what we have to do? We have to mark the point with equal interval. Okay, if we take the first, we leave the first unit and start from here. If we give this for the first mode of transportation, that is car, then we have to write here car. Okay, and again we leave the next one unit, and this is bus. Again we leave the one unit, and this is auto. Okay, now on the y-axis we have to represent the number of persons. So we mark here, it is 1, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Now what we have to do? Mark points at equal interval. That we done. Choose a suitable scale. On that scale, determine the heights. Y-axis represent the height, so we have to choose a scale. That we choose the scale 1 unit is equal to 1 person. Okay, here we choose the scale that 1 unit, this is 1 unit, 1 unit represent the 1 person. Okay, if we write here 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, then what we have to write? We have to write 1 unit is equal to 10%. Now mark off these heights parallel to the y-axis from the points taken in step 2. Now 5 persons use car as a mode of transportation. So 5 person, where is 5? 5 is here. So we mark 5 here in front of car. Then bus. How many person use bus? 3 persons. So we mark here 3 as a height. And how many person use auto? That is 6. Now this is space for auto. So we mark here auto. Now we draw the bars. How we draw the bars? Now we match here. This is bar represent the number of person uses car as a mode of transportation. This bar represent the number of person uses bus as a mode of transportation, and this bar represent the number of person uses auto as a mode of transportation. Now we see here the width of each bar should be equal, that we take here 1 unit, and we leave space, equal space between consecutive bars, that is 1 unit. So you have to keep in mind that the space between the consecutive bars should be equal and width of the bars should also be equal. Now we have to write the topic. What is the topic? What is the topic of this data? Mode of transportation used by different persons. So we have to write the topic. Okay. Now we solve the next question. Now the next question is, tech marks obtained by Kunal in his annual examination are shown below. Hindi, English, Maths, Science and Social Science, and marks are given here. Draw a bar graph to represent the above data. What we have to do? First, we have to draw a vertical as well as a horizontal line. This is my vertical line and this is the horizontal line. Now, this is O, this is x-axis and this is y-axis. Now, what we have to do? We have to mark the equal space for the each subject. We mark it for Hindi. Again, we leave one space and it is for English. Then it is for leave one space. Maths, leave one space. Science, leave one space, and this is for social science. Now we have to choose a scale for y-axis. Okay. So here the marks is 63, 75, 90, 72 and 58. So we choose the scale as 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90. Now what we have to do? First we have to write the scale. And what is the scale? 1 unit represent 10 marks. You can write 1 unit represent 10 marks, or you can write 1 small division. 1 unit is divided into 10 equal parts. So 1 small unit is equal to 1 marks. 1 small division is equal to 1 marks. Now this work done. Now how many marks we obtain in Hindi? 63. First space we give to Hindi, then it is English, then maths, then science, and this is social science. Okay. What is the marks of 63? Now where is 63? This is 60, 61, 62, 63. So we draw a parallel line. Now we join with the help of a scale. We make the bars. Okay. Now the second is English, and how many marks he scored? He scored 75 marks. So where is 75? This is 70, and in between the 70 to 80 this is 75. So we draw a parallel line first and join these lines. Now next is maths. How much marks he scored? 90. So where is 90? Here 90. So we first draw, mark the height and join it. Next is science, 72. So where is 70? 70. Then one small unit is equal to 1 marks. So this is 70, 71, 72. And then the last social science, that is 58. It means the Kunal is not very good in social science. Here is 50, 55, 56, 57 and 58. You have to count each small unit as 1 marks. Now you can write the full subject name here, that is HINDI, Hindi, ENGLISH, English. Then what you have to write? Maths, science and social science. Okay. Now what represent y-axis? Y-axis represent marks obtained. So here you have to put marks obtained, and x-axis represent subjects. So here you have to write subjects. Now you have to give a topic. So what is the topic of this graph? Marks obtained by Kunal in different subjects. Okay. What we did here, first we draw a horizontal line OX, then vertical line OY, then we mark different subjects on x-axis and we choose a suitable scale on y-axis. Now with the respective marks, we mark the height of each subject and join the bars. Okay. Now the next question is, the number of books sold by a shopkeeper in a certain week was as follows. On Monday, he sold 180 books. On Tuesday, he sold 160 books. On Wednesday, he sold 230 books. Thursday, 420. Friday, 120. And Saturday, 340. Now, draw a bar graph for the above data and answer the following question. And the question is, on which day of the week was the sale of book maximum? What we have to do? First we have to draw the bar graph. For that I already mentioned the different days on the x-axis, and what we have to write here? We have to write here days. And on the y-axis, we choose a suitable scale, and y-axis represent number of books sold. So on Monday, how many books sold? 180. So we have to first mark 180. Here is 150. This is 175. And after that, first we have to write the scale. So what is the scale? 1 unit is equal to 50 books. 1 unit is equal to, this is the 1 unit. You can write 1 unit or 1 small division. If you write 1 small division, then what you have to write? 1 small division represent 5 books. Okay. So first we have to mark, on Monday the shopkeeper sold 180 books. Where is 180? This is 150, then 160, 170 and 180. This is 180. Now make the bar. Next, on Tuesday he sold 160 books. This is 150, 160. On Wednesday he sold 230 books. So 230, 200, 210, 220, 230. On Thursday he sold 420 books. Thursday, where is 400? This is 400, 410, 420. Now make the bars. And on Friday, the number of books sold is 120, 100, 110 and 120. On Saturday, number of books sold is 340. So here is 300, 310, 320, 330, 340. So here we get the last bar. Now what is the topic of this bar graph? Number of books. When we complete the bar graph, we have to mention the topic, that is number of books sold in a week. In bar graph, what points you have to keep in your mind, that is the width of each bars should be equal and the space between the consecutive bars should also be equal. You have to mention the scale and number number of books sold in a week, that is you have to also mention the topic of the graph. Okay, that's all for today. Now in your family, first you collect the data of the ages of your family members. Okay, make a chart of that, that the age of your grandfather, age of your grandmother, age of your father, age of your mother, age of yours and your sister and brothers, and after that you make a bar graph on that data. Okay, that's all for today. Take care and have a nice day.